Hi, this is take 2 of this video because I am vain and didn't like how I looked in the first one and I have no makeup artist. But I am Jessica Bennett. I am 22 years old. I am a recent graduate of Rutgers University with a degree in history and English. I'm unemployed. I'm many things. I am a sister. I am a daughter. I'm a volunteer worker. I'm an artist. I am a Christian. I'm a reader, avid movie watcher, but I've also, had many other labels put on me that I myself would not have chosen. I think we all do, to some extent, including depressed, PTSD, borderline, bipolar, maybe to some extent, codependent, and I hate labels because you sometimes find yourself saying, oh, I can't do that, or I can't do this, it's not what's expected of me, it doesn't fit in my little label, my little box, which can be extremely detrimental on many levels. But in these videos, I'm going to really try to do this without crying too, that's why this is take 2 as well. The 2 labels that I want to focus on in these videos are labels, well, one label I've given myself, the other was forced on me. I am a poet, and I am a survivor of rape and sexual abuse. And though I have always been, I think, a writer, I like to write as a means of coping with everything, journal, typewriter. After my experience with sexual abuse, you'll find that I don't like to say the R word a lot. I don't know why, but sexual abuse. With my experiences in sexual abuse, I became much more avid writer. None of it's great. None of it has great literary value, but it was a means of coping. And many years ago, I had put some up on a writing website and had lots of comments from ladies that had been in similar situations and felt, that they could, that, they were in sympathy with me, that they knew what I was talking about. And I think that was a great comfort, not only to me, but I assume, considering their comments, it was to them too, to know that somebody else understood, even if I could not tangibly help them, and they could not tangibly help me. Nobody wants to be alone, and just to know that somebody else out there is going through, or has been through, what you're going through, is a great comfort in a time of trouble. It's one of the reasons I think I love reading so much, because I think one of the greatest things in the world is to find a book, a text, read what the author has written and said, oh my gosh, it's like they've been in my mind. He knows what I'm talking about. I'm not the only one. Oh my goodness, I do that too. And so where was I going? Oh yeah. So from that point when I had put it on the website, then I got this like delusion of grandeur, not of wealth or fame or anything, but just like, I so wanted to help. I so wanted to make an impact, and I still do. I want to make an impact on the world. I'm just having a hard time realizing that making an impact in a life, one person's life, is paramount to impacting the world, because what is the world but a group of people? But we all want to do something big. But so after the website, then I, sent a manuscript to RAIN, the Rape, Abuse, Incest National Network, who had helped me a lot personally, and who, was an organization that I felt deserved support for what they do. And I guess I'm just going to run a little ad, because, people always need stuff. RAIN has 24-hour, 24/7 phone service. But what I love, because I don't like talking to people on the phone, they also have an IM service on their website. So if you need help, check that out. It's great. A counselor will IM you. But of course, if you're in an emergency, call 911. That seems no duh, but anyway, obviously nothing came of that, and that was a few years ago. But when I was going through stuff in my room recently, I found the manuscript. This is actually a few years old, so this is not even all of the poems that I have written. It's definitely not all the poems I have written. To count, I have about 2,060 poems, but not on this topic. But this isn't even all the poems on this topic, because, like I said, this is a few years old. But anyway. And I've also always felt that there's a lot more strength in having these read out loud, because obviously I know what I meant when I read them more than somebody who's just reading them off a screen or off a page. So what I plan to do is to read about 5 of these at a time on these videos, and hopefully it will be a help to somebody, anybody, somewhere. And even not, it's a help for me. Just talking, even if I'm talking, to a camera. But, yeah. Okay, a few notes. When I first did this, and I realize actually now that it stops about halfway through, that I dated each of these, and then calculated how many days from the event, from the day that will live in infamy, as I termed it, the poem was written, because I thought it was very interesting to see how, like, feelings or attitudes appeared 6 months after the impact, then disappeared and didn't come back until like a year and 6 months later. But, so yeah, that's one thing. And disclaimer, just for the very first one at least, and I think there might be a few others. The man who attacked me, who abused me, was a Jewish man, and he was a very conservative Jewish man. And so, at least understandably from my point of view, the first one sounds kind of anti-Judaic, almost. But I really have nothing against Jewish people. My best friends in high school were Jewish, and so just a disclaimer there, just because I feel like it needs to be said. So without further ado, like I said, I'm not going to read 5 at a time, because